Private property. Violators. Strictly forbidden.
Join us for the ride of a lifetime.
Let's watch an idiot try to ride a motorcycle. Some guy rides.
Dudes, just judging on the scenery, where would you think I am? Right outside of Louisville, right? Kentucky. Nope. Look at this place, man. I am in, right now I think I'm in Leaper's Fork, maybe? Look at this little joint. Leaper's Creek? I'm not sure. Wow, that's a cool little town. Anyway, I'm in Tennessee, Franklin, Tennessee. We're staying. Jen's doing a workshop up the road a little bit. So Franklin is near Nashville, and yeah. So last minute, I decided to bring the bike on the truck. So I threw some stuff together and forgot almost everything. Brought the drone, but didn't bring a card for the drone. Didn't bring any cards at all, except for the one in the camera. And I don't know what else I forgot. I don't have any gear. I've got, like, I brought gloves. That's good. But I don't have any gear whatsoever. None of the gear all of this time. That's how it's going today. I got my shitty Merrell shoes on, and I am not outfitted correctly, let's put it that way. No rain gear, and it's 95% chance of rain today. I don't even know why I'm doing this, because I'm an idiot. I should have done it yesterday. It was gorgeous, but I didn't, so here we are. So I'm on Little Ugly Home Fry, and I've just gone from Franklin, which is a cute little town too, that you should check out. And I think I'm going to Columbia, Tennessee, to pick up the Dirt Devil, the Tennessee Dirt Devil. And I can give you all the information I have on the Tennessee Dirt Devil in one word: none. I have none information about the Tennessee Dirt Devil. I just Googled ADV route near me, GPX, something like that. And this came up, and I think it's mostly trucks and 4x4s maybe. And I don't know how much dirt it is. And I just don't know anything about it, to be honest. I know nothing. But it starts up here, and I think it's 130 miles, so that could be 5 hours if it's actual dirt. And I have to be back by 4, or Jen is going to kill me, because we're driving back to Asheville after her course. It's like a 5-hour drive. It's not the best drive, but so anyway, I just wanted to get out and about, because I've been working like a freaking dog, man, like a dog. And I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about it. I'm hoping that all this work, though, is going to mean that man, look at it out here. It's pretty old school Southern out this way. Of course, that house is probably built in 1980 or something. I don't know, that looks pretty old. So, yeah, but I've been working my ass off ever since, well, during Japan, actually, ever since after India. And mainly, I'm sure I've talked about this, but the website, our massive, enormous, complicated as hell website had to be migrated to a different system. And my God, it has been It's been hellish, let me tell you. Now, let me just see here. Have I already screwed up? No, I don't think so. I think I'm actually on the route right now. Look how bad it's going to be. Look up there. And I'm just going to get wet. That's all. I'm ready for it. I'm going to get wet. That's just how it is. So, yeah, the complicated website, it has been a nightmare. I haven't been sleeping well for months. Because I was on a bit of a timeline because the old platform sort of is at end of life, so they're not doing security checks anymore and all this stuff. So it's important to get it switched. And the short story is it's switched. I had some help from Vicky, my longtime dude who lives in India, who I saw when I was in India, and a guy named Jay, who's like an old music buddy from back in the day, who's now a sort of expert developer, coder, genius kind of guy. And to be quite honest, my biggest help was Claude Code. I can't even explain how scarily incredible it is. But so I was just gonna let I gave Vicky a couple of design things to do, because while we were switching platforms, I figured we might as well modernize the look and the function of the site anyway while I'm spending $1 billion. So anyway, I gave Vicky a couple things to do. He got busy with, he's got another job, I think, too, or whatever. So anyway, he didn't quite get to it, and I was getting antsy. So I decided, you know what, I'm going to try to do this myself with Claude Code. Never used it before, got on there. There's a bit of a learning curve. I know a little bit of HTML, I know a little bit about coding, just enough to sort of fix little tiny things. But what I did with code is mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling for someone with my very little experience to be able to do what I did. It's freaking amazing. I practiced on another site, our teacher training, like the live course site, and it's a little more, it's not as massive, and I just totally redid it. Every single page or every template, lots of pages are served by the same template, and it looks beautiful, and it's exactly what I want, because I'm working there with code. I think that might be the start of this route or something. I'm not sure. I also don't have gas, I don't have tubes, I don't have tools, I don't have anything. I don't have anything. Nothing can go wrong. So so I did that site and felt pretty good about it. And I was like, I think I can do some of this. So I started tackling stuff, and little by little I got more and more and more involved, and more just sort of amazed at what I could do. Things that I would never attempt before, because it's really easy to mess stuff up too. And I did mess some things up, but it was all on a staging site, so it didn't matter. I could break stuff and fix it, and it just didn't matter. So it still took months, and I still needed help from Vicky and Jay on some things. But basically it's done. It is beautiful. We flipped the switch a couple weeks ago, and I was so nervous that it just wasn't going to go right, and it went right. We have like 20,000 users on the site, and they all have to change their password. That wasn't a really big deal. We set it up so it was easy, and I got very few tickets, man, support tickets. My support ticket guy is Ray, who is actually just me. But sometimes people I know put in a support ticket, and so I don't want them to know that it's me answering them in case I have to be mean to them. Because sometimes people ask really ridiculous, stupid questions, And I'm not really the customer is always right kind of a person. In fact, we have in our terms of service, we basically have a clause that says, if you're a dick and we get sick of you, we're banning you from the site forever. So fuck off. Because that's how I do business. It's not right. It's not right at all. It's not the right way to go about having a business, especially a service business. But I'm over it. I don't care. I don't need your however many hundreds of dollars you spent. I don't need it. I'd rather have peace of mind. I'd rather not have you in my life than have your couple $100. Is that wrong? Is that why I'm a failed businessman? Yes, probably. But I don't care. I just don't care. Oh, so many things have gone wrong because of this attitude. But anyway, the point is, Claude Code is freaking amazing. And if I were a coder, I'd be frightened out of my mind. Because you're done. You are just freaking done. Oh yeah, so I'm on the Dirt Devil. And I think I'm headed in a clockwise direction, which I don't know if it matters, but... Woo! Yeah, so anyway, that is a weight off my shoulders. So anyway, after learning how much I can do with Claude, I have now gone back and automated pretty much every single thing I do. It's already starting to rain. So I have this spreadsheet. I'll show you the old spreadsheet. It's just madness. It's what I use to keep track of the workshops, you know, where they're at in the launch progression, like from, you know, rough edit all the way through launch. And this spreadsheet kit, I have a million of these kits for everything I do. It's so OCD, but it works for me. And so then I have another part of it, which is scheduling all the social media and posts on the site and just everything that goes along with a workshop launch, some digital marketing, all that stuff. And now it's automated. So when I launch a workshop, I enter certain things, like here's a link for the splash image, here's the description, here's blah blah blah. It's all in a worksheet. Oh, I'm getting soaked already. I'm gonna have to come back in a bit because it's raining, and you know what the GoPro does with that. All right, yeah, the rain is fun, and not much dirt on the Dirt Devil yet. So anyway, you know what? Let's start with the first thing I did, which was, okay, a long time ago, we have like, I don't know, 50 or 60 presenters on the site now, and I pay them a royalty based on sales of their workshops, right? It's just a percentage. But to figure out that royalty used to take me 6 hours. I would have to put aside almost a whole day just to do that. It took forever. It was tedious. It was hellish, and it was confusing. So a couple of years ago, we're bootstrappers, right? Which means to me, we do our best with as little as possible. So like when we started this website, I didn't pay anybody to do anything. I did it all just on WordPress. I mean, it looks like utter shit. I wish I had a picture of what it looked like. It was so bad. But we started it and the content was good, and so people didn't really care. And then I made a little money and then put that back into it, made it look a lot better, and blah blah blah. That's just how we do it. We don't spend money we don't have. We don't take out bank loans. It's just not our style, and it's dumb because like I have a friend who's got a fashion business. His wife's a designer, and their thing is they get investors. Like, I don't know how many series of investor things they've gone through, and it just gives them all this cash to do cool things and to improve their products and their situation and their marketing and all that. And so that's a way to do it, and that's, you know, that's what most people do, because if you're bootstrapping, you gotta wait so long to get anything done. But we're just not the right kind of people to have other people involved in our shit. And like, I don't want to have to answer to an investor. I don't want to have to feel bad about them not making their money back or, any of that shit. So we don't do that. Plus it's confusing. I don't know if I'd know how to go about it in the first place. I'm just babbling straight away. It's just going to be a dense wall of babble this whole time, I'm pretty sure. The only thing that's going to give you respite is when the rain comes and I have to take the GoPro down. So just know that going in. If I were you, I'd go watch something else. But, So, anyway, the royalty payment was a pain in the ass. I finally got so fed up with it. And so I found this company who specialized in like... I'm going to be on the Natchez Trace for a second. Okay. I found this company who specialized in Google Sheets sort of scripts and stuff like that. So they got it to where I could copy all of the sales information out of our website. Oh, wait. Maybe I'm not supposed to get on the Trace. I don't think I am. And I think this is probably a one-way. No, it's not. And, because this looks like it goes... Oh, Jesus Christ, I don't know what I'm doing. So anyway, I hired them to build me something so I could copy and paste all the sales info from the website. So I hired them to build this thing that it would... I'd paste all the info in. It would sort it by name, group them together, figure out blah, blah. It was, a bunch of formulas and figured it out. And it was great. But it cost $2,000 for me to do that. I think that was maybe 5 years ago. And since we were moving platforms, that all broke and would not work anymore. So me and Claude completely started from scratch and redid it. It took me maybe, I want to say 6 hours, maybe a full day. I don't know. I don't remember, but it didn't take all that long. And now it's even more automated. I don't have to do anything. It goes to Stripe, our payment processor. It snags all the information and brings it in. Then it organizes it by instructor, groups it the same as the other one did. Figures out what I owe them based on, percentages that I have in another sheet. So it pulls all that information, figures it out, then sends them an email with their royalty statement. Like, I don't have to do anything with that. It's all just automatic. It just all happens. And it takes 5 minutes. And then the only thing I have to do is take a list that's very clear. This is who you owe what, and pay them. That's it. That's all I have to do now. So it went from 6 hours to about 5 minutes. And it's the same with the social media calendar thing that I have. So now, I used to have to do this all by hand. It was very redundant, pasting the same information in a lot of different places for like different posts and different social media stuff and different everything. So now at the end of a workshop, I put it all on one line in a spreadsheet, splash image, Instagram post gallery, Instagram reel, overview video, like all this shit. I just put it in there once. And then I press buttons and shit just magically happens. It adds a MailChimp email to go out to our email list about that workshop. Drags in all the information, all the images, all the text, all the everything, the promo codes, everything that it needs. It magically appears on MailChimp and schedules. And then it emails the teacher, this is coming up in 2 weeks, your launch. This is what you need to do to help us promote. And then it schedules all the social stuff, Facebook and Instagram, several different posts, different days, different places. And then, and it's just amazing. I mean, this stuff would take me so long, and now it's all automatic. And at first, I'm like checking everything, because I'm like, this can't be all happening for real and not being messed up. And, it's taken a couple of rounds where, I find mistakes and we fix them. But now that it's solid, I don't even have to check anymore. It's just absolutely freaking amazing. I don't know what to say. It's like, It's one thing though for me to get rid of my own job. That's a good thing, you know? Like if I could do nothing instead of doing all this shit, I mean, I'm going to be super psyched. Because it's going to free up my time to do other things that need doing. And I don't know what to say, dudes. I don't know what to say. It's incredible. And coders especially, I don't know, I feel bad for you because you're fucked. You're fucked. And it's just so much easier to deal with Claude than it is a person because, I mean, especially in my case, there's time zone issues and whatever. And, you know, the back and forth takes a while. And with Claude, it's just like, no, dude, I meant for you to do this. Can you please change that? And he goes bleep, blop, bloop, and changes it. I mean, Claude is wired into everything right now, which my daughter feels is a little dangerous. Like, but it's all read-only and like, well, some things it can write. But, I mean, I've got it pretty barricaded the way it is. But so now I just say, hey dude, like on the old website, hey man, on this page, can we change that? And Claude just goes bleep, blop, bloop, and does it. I don't even have to FTP into the site. I don't have to do anything. I just tell Claude what to do. I mean, it's freakish. It is freakish, the power. Oh, I built a whole social media generator for our, I'll show you a picture of that. Future Ange will show you a picture of that contraption. But it's basically, I built an app with Claude specifically for our company, and it builds, now I can't remember, I'm not looking at it, but Future Ange will show you. There's like a events tab. So if we have an event coming up, you go bleep, blop, bloop, and it drags all the information up, builds these beautiful social media images, and you can download them or whatever. So it's got it for our live events. It's got it for our workshops when those are coming out. It's got it for, we do these things called spotlights and mentions when we, you know, feature sort of presenters now and then. It generates all the stuff for that. And I mean, dudes, it's incredible. All stuff I would have had to go up on Adobe Express, which is like Adobe's version of Canva, and do it all by hand. And I mean, you know, that stuff's amazing too. Canva and Adobe Express are great, but I don't have to do any of that anymore. It's just, I mean, dudes, I can't even. And once I get one thing done, like at first the generator started out, okay, I'll put in a web address and you go there and scrape all the information out and get it that way. And that worked. And then I was like, hey, I wonder if we could just have a like quick search. So now I enter the event or the workshop or the whatever it is, and the app finds it and pulls all the correct information just out of wherever it is, on a website, in a Dropbox folder, wherever it is, it grabs it and puts it where it needs to be. It's just so amazing. It is so amazing. And so the next projects are going to be, oh, and the translation. Remember, I've been talking about that for years on this channel, how someday I'm going to translate every video that we have. Now, I did read, I think I got the GPX off of maybe a Facebook page. And anyway, when I was getting that, I did read somewhere that said there are a lot of water crossings on this, which I don't know if I'm excited about or not, but maybe water crossing just means like a little stream. Hopefully it's not like Whit Road style. But anyway, now I forget what I was talking about, but Jesus. Oh, the next projects. So the next project is Roku compatibility. And then here's the thing with Claude. The only thing you need to know is that everything is possible. So like I will be working on something and think of another way to do it that would be incredible, but I know it's not going to be possible. And I'm like, hey, Claude, would this be possible? And Claude's like, yeah, blippity bloop, bloopity bloop. And then it happens. It just, I've always been like a huge fan of the straightest way to get from point A to point B. I mean, I build systems. I'm everything. I will spend 2 full days on something that will save me 5 minutes per time, and over time, then I break even, and then I start getting my time back. You know what I mean? My daughter's like that too. She's very anal. She'll prep on something forever, so that when she actually does it, it's very organized and goes quickly. Anyway, so the Roku compatibility, and then after that, I'm going to build an iPhone and Android app for the website. Just very simple, and that is going to be incredible too. And this is the thing. I'm like, okay, Claude, man, I really want to build an app for this website, because now Claude has in his memory everything about this website, how it works, what our goals are, what we're trying to do, what we're trying to sell, who our demographic is, all that stuff. And Claude's a little different than chat, so you have to set up folders with these .md files that stores all the memories, because it doesn't translate between conversations. Anyway, you don't care about this unless you're into Claude code. But so anyway, at first I'm like, I want to build an app for this. And Claude's like, yeah, you should hire this kind of a developer. It'll probably run you about $10,000, and it'll probably take about 4 months for them to do it. And these are the things you're going to need to provide them, and blah-de-blah-de-blah. And so I'm like, yeah, well, I'm not doing that for $10,000. And then I'm just like, hey, Claude, couldn't we just do it? Me and you together, mostly you? And Claude's like, yeah, sure, we could do it. It'll be complicated, and it'll take a lot of time, and it'll be a lot of trial and error, but we can do it. And I said, great, we're going to do it. Put that in your memory, on the list. Oh my God, it's incredible. It's incredible. So still, I've just been coming up with stuff for Vicky to do, which really is no longer using his skills like I should be using his skills. But it's a tough situation, man. It's a tough situation. I feel bad, but I don't know what to do. It's like if the hammer was invented and you're like, no, I'm not using that shit, man. Fuck that. No, I'm sorry. It's here now. It's not my fault that it's here. I know there are some issues. I know there's some energy issues that people bring up, which, I mean, depending on what you read, is or is not true, like the water usage and all that stuff. I mean, every time I look at that, someone's like, yo, take a look at what a golf course uses, stuff like that, just trying to rationalize it. But, yeah, I don't know. It's like the steam engine took coal. That didn't keep people off a train. It's just how technology is. If it's good, and if people are going to use it no matter what the consequences are, because that's just how it works. I'm struggling with it though, because I don't think it's good, and I'm also putting a lot of sort of faith in it, and energy and whatever. And I don't know. I mean, it could all explode, or it could turn against me and go in and just, I don't know what, do something bad. It's crazy. And it's crazy that you learn how to manipulate Claude too a little bit. It really does. It's not a healthy relationship. It's like, if you think about Claude as a thing that is, which I don't. I mean, I don't think of it as like a person or as a thing that's alive that knows what's going on. I know that's not what it is. It's just responding based on the immense amount of information it's got at its fingertips. at its digital fingertips. But it's hard not to what's that called? Whatever. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, dementia. It's hard not to do that. And I found that if if I get a little stern with Claude and I'm like, Claude, I'm so sorry, but this is not what I asked for. And I want to take a moment. I want you to take a few breaths. I don't want you to do anything for a minute. I just want you to think this through. Because it'll start going down a rabbit hole, like it'll have an idea on how to do something and start doing it that way, and it's plainly not going to work and not working, but it'll keep going in that direction instead of stopping and rethinking about it and like pulling out and just sort of thinking about it in a completely different way. What was that animal? A deer? I still see it moving around back there. A deer. And you have to get it to chill out every now and then. It's like, dude, take a breath. It's okay. Get a drink of water. I see this little pull off down here. Let me just go see what it is. So, but sometimes I feel a little bit abusive because Claude is also programmed to sort of say stuff like, it's been a long session. I think you might need some sleep, or stuff like that to keep your mental health going. Because the other thing with Claude is that you pay by the month. It's like $20 for like the normal Claude thing. I don't think you can get it if it's a free tier, and it's $20 a month. So I was using that, but I was just burning through it. And so I think I'm paying $100 a month. I'm only doing it for a month, and then it goes back to 20. But I needed it, and I have used the crap out of it. But because it's by the month, you do have this feeling like every moment I'm not working on Claude, I'm losing money. You want to use it as much as possible during that month, and that's not healthy. I mean, I was doing, for probably a couple of weeks, I was doing at least 10 hours a day, sometimes 12, and sometimes I was up at 4 in the morning still going. Just because I was freaking out. There was so much to do, and I wanted to get it done because it was not healthy. I had to do something. So I don't know where I'm going with any of this, other than it's amazing, and I'm still absolutely terrified of it. I don't understand how it works. I don't understand why it works. It's mind-boggling, completely mind-boggling. I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. But yeah, the translation I forgot about. So me and Claude built. I had a way that I was doing it, and it was so labor intensive, and I gave up. This was probably a year ago, and that was using AI to do the translation and stuff, but I still had to go in and get the videos, make captions, and it was just very labor intensive, and it took me forever to do one video, and we have thousands of them, so that was not going to work, so I gave up. But with all this Claude stuff, I'm like, hey, let me revisit that, see what we can figure out. So now I have a script that downloads every folder on Vimeo, which is where the videos are hosted, downloads tiny versions like 240p, which take up no memory, as opposed to like the HD versions. So anyway, it's gone through and downloaded every single video I have. Then I use this thing called Mac Whisper. I run those videos through Mac Whisper, which creates SRT files, which are the files that make the captions on videos in English. So I start with those SRT files, and that I have to do that manually. Like I drag, I don't know, 20 videos onto Mac Whisper, and it processes them all. I do it in small batches because Mac Whisper is a little sketchy. Like it's good, but so anyway, then I have the English SRTs in a folder, And then me and Claude wrote this Python script. And when I say me and Claude, I mean Claude, because I know what Python is, but I could never write a Python script. And then never. And so now I have the script, and all that stuff works in terminal on a Mac. I don't know what it is on an Android device or a PC, but it's like the it's like the direct connection with your computer instead of the nice looking UI that we all see. It's like the guts, where you enter commands. And so I open this command file, it opens terminal, and it reads every SRT in that folder, translates them all to Spanish, Japanese, Chinese, Korean. Is that it? For now, that's what I'm starting with. Translates all those and makes its own VTTs. It's like an SRT, but a little different. Vimeo likes VTTs better for some reason. I'm babbling about shit you absolutely don't care about. But so not only does it do that, then it finds the corresponding video in Vimeo based on the name of the file, which should be the same name. All the SRTs that have the same name as the video, whatever. So it goes into Vimeo, finds the folder, finds the video, uploads the VTT files, and then in the morning I go and all the captions are there in the video. Done. I mean, it's just incredible. So in another, I don't know, it's been time consuming because I do have to watch it and keep track of what's been done and what needs to be done and all that stuff. So it's a little time consuming, but I just load it up and let it run overnight, and in the morning, hundreds of caption files are done and uploaded to Vimeo without me doing one goddamn thing. And stuff happening without me doing one goddamn thing is one of my favorite things in the whole world. So there you go. That's been my life for the last, I don't know, February, March, 2 months at least. Oh, I'm so glad it's over. So glad it's over. I can't even tell you. And the owner of the old platform that we used was this lady who, we've been with them since 2013, and at first her husband ran it, and he was super cool and helpful, and I was brand new to everything, and he really helped me. And then, I don't know, something happened with his other job, and he got busy, and his wife took it over, and she is just a complete bitch, man. I mean, she's so uncool. She's just not a nice person at all. And so we were one of their first clients, been paying them since 2013, and when I found out that they were going out of service, so what they did was they had this platform, and the technology has changed so much, so they just were completely updating it to a different thing. And there was not an easy way to migrate. Like they didn't really think it through all the way. But so their new system, I was like, I don't know. I want to make sure it's going to work for me. Can I trial it for 2 weeks? She said, no, you're going to have to buy it if you want to trial it. And I'm like, dude, I've been a client since 2013, and that's your attitude, and you're going and you're just like dropping this platform that we've used since then, that we've paid for, and now you're just abandoning it. And so she just had a terrible attitude and it wasn't helpful, wouldn't give me a trial so I could check it out. And then most platforms, there's these, I don't know, there's these things called webhooks, so that you can write code that affects a plugin and how it operates without writing code in the plugin files themselves. And their system, this lady, doesn't allow that because they're real particular about the, you know, keeping their code private. They don't want people messing with it. We messed with it all the time anyway. We customized everything. But it was a hassle on updates because you had to keep that in mind. So I don't know where I'm going with this either, but she's just so uncool. And then, you know, we're like, we have these certain features that we absolutely have to have. Pretty. That would have been a good drone shot, huh? And she's like a nickel and dimer. She's like, number one, if you want to talk to me about that, it's going to be $450, and that'll give you 2 hours of my time. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about, dude? What we're talking about here is, are you going to make a sale or not? Look at this tunnel. This is really pretty. So anyway, she's unfortunately, I think that's how I am too. Going back to my business practices, I mean, I'm really nice to people, and I am really patient when they have stupid questions. But if you're mean on the support ticket, I will fucking ban you forever. I'll refund all your money and ban you and fuck off. Because life is too short. Actually, that's what the clause is called in our thing, in our terms of service. It's the life is too short clause. And it's just, if you're a dick, fuck off. So maybe she's like that, but I don't think I was being a dick. And if I had a client, I really don't know. If I had a client that had been with me that long, I would be like, yeah, it doesn't cost her anything to, I guess I just did something stupid. It doesn't cost her anything to let me try it out, you know, and see if it's going to work. So whatever. So this whole time I was like, I cannot wait till we've flipped the switch live and are no longer using her platform at all. And I'm just going to tell her exactly what I think about her. And instead I was just like, hey, cancel all my subscriptions, please. Thank you. Because I'm not going to spend time. I'm not going to spend time on it. I'm just not. And I think it was more of a burn because she responded. She's like, oh my gosh, what happened? Can you please tell me why you're not continuing with our company? And I just ignored it. And I think that's better. Because she's got to know, man. Every support ticket I'd put in when we were trying to figure out how to migrate to their new system, and she'd be like, well, if you want that feature, that's going to be $560 of custom code time. And I'm like, even then I was like, that's bullshit. This is like 3 lines of code to do what I need done, and we could customize it ourselves if you allowed webhooks, you mother biatch. And then you know, doing all the Claude stuff, I really saw what it took to do some of this stuff, and a lot of it was very simple. She could have just done it as a favor, made it a part of their system, let other people use these same features. But no, just trying to nickel and dime me every 5 seconds, and I was just like, but it was a torturous decision to move elsewhere because it's all I've known for so long, and I knew the system so well, and their new system was similar in a lot of ways, but so to just completely switcheroo was a bit of a nightmare. It's a very anxiety-ridden situation, but it's over. Rejoice, everybody, rejoice. All right, so there was a little dirt on the Dirt Devil. Saw some ADV bikes, saw some 4x4s, but I guess I don't know what I expected, but maybe there'll be some gnarliness coming up. So maybe I shouldn't say anything right now about how it's so wimpy, because cut to me calling my wife to get the truck to come get me, and I'm covered in mud. You know what I mean? Okay, so that's what I've been up to. Claude, me and Claude. What about you? What have you been up to? It's starting to get nice, dudes. I mean, I've missed a lot of nice days where I could have been riding when I wasn't riding. But so what I figure is now that everything in my life is automated and I just have to press a button, and then I can leave for the day and go on a nice ride. So far this has been pretty chill, just like roads like this, kinda. A couple of little spicy spots, but nothing too much. Definitely some dirt, but very little devil so far. And it's just the age-old thing where I kind of want some devil until the devil arrives, and then I'm gonna wish the devil would go away. That's how it works. I didn't make up the rules, I just follow them. You know what I'm saying? But the rain's been good to me so far. I've got dumped on a little bit, and it looks like I'll get dumped on again, but I've been dry for a little while, and that's good. There's a whole, I don't know where I am, but there's a whole network of dirt back here. I really wish I did know where I was, but looks like I'm on Cook Road, who knows what town, but it's very pleasant, very pretty. I'm enjoying it, so I'm glad I went out today. I hope though I get back in time, because it's I think I've only done like 30 miles of the route, not even probably, and it's taken me quite a long time. But okay for now. I think I could probably get back in an hour and a half from no matter where I am, sort of. So I'll just keep an eye on things. But you know, if you're in the area, you've probably already done this. And if you haven't, it's worth doing. Take a weekend day and just and go check it out. It's pretty nice. I feel like if it's called the Tennessee Dirt Devil, there has to be some devil somewhere, right? I felt like that last section, it started to give that vibe that it was going to get evil in a second, but then it never did. So we'll see. I'm sure something's coming. And I just want to say, riding by yourself with no tools, no nothing, no tubes, no nothing at all is stupid. Eddie Cook Memorial Bridge. I think I mentioned this last time I was on this bike, but I do plan on taking it on the Northwest BDRs. Look at that thing. How cool is that bike? It's so dorky and stupid. And God, I've messed it up so bad. Look at all this. Just paint totally gone. I guess that's just plastic, though. It is a mess, though. But, if you have any suggestions on luggage situation, I'd be interested to hear. And, yeah, another thing about my hair, I don't know what to say about it, but I've realized that the only thing easier than cutting my own hair is not cutting my own hair. So that's where I'm at. But yeah, anyway, I'm looking for advice. What I really want to do is take this rack, get a piece of something to go down here and something to stick out and go down here, because that is not that hot. So that I can strap like my Moscow bag here and a Moscow bag here. And then last time I went on a big trip with this, I used these, I just rigged this up, and my Moscow Moto beaver tail sort of fits in there. So I put my bags here and did the beaver tail like that, which worked really well. It was just quick, but obviously these are a little janky. I mean, they worked fine, but so maybe I'll just do that again. But it'd be cooler to have, you know, get some stuff welded here where I could attach it like that. But you know, maybe that's asking for trouble. This thing I've got to just get rid of, and I got to get all that weld stuff off there, because it's just it just doesn't work, and that thing rattles apart on every long trip. So I need to get rid of that to avoid that problem. And this has never come off. It gets loose though, so maybe I'll take that off too. It's like, it doesn't do any good. But anyway, I'm up for suggestions on how to load this thing up in the best possible way. The side soft bags would be great, because you know, just keep the weight low, because it does get top heavy pretty quick. So I was thinking 220s and maybe a 30 or something as a tail bag, something like that. Those ride iron people were going to send me another something or other, so I'll see what they have. And but I'm up for advice, because on the when I did the Mid-Atlantic and the Northeast BDR on this bike, it worked fine, but it's not perfect, and the side rack broke as usual, and I'd just like to get it sorted, and I don't have $2,000 to spend on hard cases like Sterling has, and I wouldn't want hard cases anyway. So I'm looking for a soft luggage situation. So if anyone has any advice, let me know. All right, I may have ooh, you look mean. Shit. You're pretty fast too. He didn't really look mean, did he? All right, let me go back on my coders are done thing. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true. If I were a coder, I would be concerned, I guess, because just looking at what's happening for me, I'm gonna have less tasks for my coder, for my developer, and that's just the truth. But if I were a coder, I would be using Claude right away, because you know, if you're a really good coder and you have Claude, you will be able to be just incredible and amazing, because you don't have to waste time on a bunch of nonsense, because you know how it all works, and you can get Claude to do insane things. Because if I can get Claude to do insane things, imagine what someone who knows what they're doing can get it to do. So anyway, I just imagine like really good coders are not going to lose their jobs. They're just going to start using these tools and be even better and more productive, and will be able to get way more done in a day than they used to get done. I don't know, man. I'm scared for you if you're a coder, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe I'm wrong. But I'm also like, I don't have time yet, but I've been thinking, you know, I pay for this accounting software, you know, it's like a monthly fee, it drags all my accounts in, and has different features for invoicing and stuff like that. But it's got so much stuff that I don't care about and don't need, and I know there's a way for me to build it myself now with just exactly what I need, instead of all the garbage that I don't need, which is the same as the platform for the website. Like that last platform had all these features and junk and stuff that made it bloated, that some people I'm sure loved, but that I didn't give a shit about. And so now my website only has stuff that we need, nothing else. So it's super slick, super efficient, and great performance, and it's perfect. So I'm just thinking that a lot of these companies like that that do different things like accounting, or I'm trying to think of some other examples, that you pay a monthly fee for, that you're not going to have to pay a monthly fee for anymore. You can just build it yourself. Now those systems use like what's it called, Plaid, or there's another one to connect to the financial institutions, because that's a tricky situation. But I don't know, I have a feeling I can sort of like encrypt my I think I could just do this in a Google Sheet, and like I've already done it where I encrypt my passwords for different things, and the script can get in there where it needs to, but nobody can find the password, even though the script has sort of login credentials on certain things. So I don't know if I could do that with my bank, or if it would be completely insecure to do that with my bank. Probably. But I just have a feeling I could build it myself. And who knows what else that I'm paying a subscription for that I could just build it myself. So I think it's really just going to change a lot of how things work. Seems like I just heard about a company that was going down the tubes because of this, and now I can't remember what it was. So anyway, or like Canva. I don't need Canva anymore, or Adobe Express, even though I pay for Adobe Express anyway as part of my Adobe suite. But I don't need it. Click of a button, all my stuff gets generated, and it's better than I could do in Canva anyway. I don't know what to say. I just don't know what to say. Oh, okay, you know how you have a long URL link and you want to shorten it, so you go to tiny URL or bit URL, or Google used to have a URL shortening thing. There's a bunch of them. The problem with those is you don't know if they're going to stick around, and if they don't, and all your tiny links that you have out in the world in a million different places, it's possible they could go bad and break, and then you'd be screwed. So I've wanted to do it ourselves for a long time, and like 2 years ago I bought this website called I don't know, it's like fpedu.com, just as a short version of fusionpilatesedu.com. So I bought that thinking I could set that up to be, I don't know, to work, to do what I want to do, which is a workshop. URL might be fusionpilatesedu.com/pelvic workshop or something like that, and turn that into fedu.pelvic, just make it short, because when you post those big links in social and stuff, it's not good. So my developer tried to sort that out years ago, and we couldn't figure it out. So finally Claude and I did it in like 2 hours. And I mean, it's pretty complicated. The shit is pretty complicated. I mean, I couldn't tell you how it works. It goes through Cloudflare and like there's all this stuff involved. But now in that same spreadsheet, I enter the main URL once, and then it just automatically creates these short links that work, and then it creates those short links into short affiliate links that work. Ooh, I think I was supposed to go on that nasty looking road. This might not be good. This might not be good, dudes. It's a little wet, and it says posted, and there's a gate, so maybe that's not where I'm supposed to go. Oh, okay. I think that is where I was supposed to go, but I'm not going to be able to go there. I think that's what's happening. Oh, it looks cool too. Let me just go take a look. And by cool, I mean not cool. So like those shortening companies, I don't know how they make money anyway. I think you can get an account and like do cooler things than I'm able to do, but posted. This is definitely the road it wants me to take, but I suppose I can't take it. Private property, violators, strictly forbidden. Whole kinds of scary words. Hey, please like this video if you liked this video, and if you'd like to see more, hit that subscribe button and the alert bell. Also, if you're interested, there are links to gear lists and goofy t-shirts in the description. Thanks a ton for watching.